from Snips Happen, and today I am here with a video for Rach Bella Crafts for I don't know, week 452, maybe 5211 of the challenges we have been assigned, and this week is wet and dry, mixed media, mayhem. I forgot because my brain is not computing what it's supposed to be computing, and I have collage. The idea that I have is, I have seen this from, it's not my idea, I've seen this from another creator. She has inspired me. So I am going to do this. You need 3 pieces of paper. They have to coordinate, but they have to coordinate. So I have this piece, and I have this piece, and I have this piece. And these pieces are from the Nana Rose collection, which is on Etsy. It is not on the website. I chose these 3 pieces because I am working on a lap book that is the Nana Rose collection, and I thought that if I made these pieces, then I could put it into the Nana Rose collection. This is how my brain is working. So, with that being said, I cannot reach my cutter, because I would definitely have a crafty lunch if I tried to do that. So I'm going to do it this way. And what I'm making is what is called a reverse masterboard. Reverse. So what this content creator did, which was Louisa Heinzel, she is one of my top ones that I like to watch, is she took 3 pieces of paper, different ones, and she took halves of them. So I'm just going to rip these in half. I probably should put them on my cutter, like I said, but I'm not doing that. I live in the United States, so these pages are 8.5 by 11. So wherever you are, you just use the size that you have, and you go from there. I am using cardstock for this. I probably could have gotten away with other paper, but I printed on cardstock because I do want to use them as tags and journaling cards when I'm done. So after I rip them in half. This is the only time you're going to see what you're actually looking at. So now I have these here. That's from this page. I have this here and this here, that's from that page, and this that's from that page. Right away, I know that I do not want to use these 2 together. So if I'm going to use these, I'm going to decide right away which one I want, because these 2 together, you don't get nothing different, just this little piece. So do I want to use these or no? I'm going to say no right off the bat. So I'm going to put those right here. So from those 2 pages, I have these 2 pieces right here, which I absolutely love. So then it's just these 2 that's left, and it's like this. Which side do I like more is the question. And I'm going to go with this side. Nope, I'm going to go with this side because this has brown in it. And we have the brown from here, so we don't really need this brown right here. So we have this. So then, what you're going to do is you're going to flip these pages over like so, just like this, right? And I'm going to take my ruler like so, and you can rip these as big as you want to do it. I'm going to do them, I'm just going to start with doing it at 2 inches. Using my mat, I'm tearing them just like this at 2 inches with my mat. Okay, it will make them even when you tear at 2 inches across. And then I'm going to turn them, being that they're 2 inches. I'm going to come in, make sure they're even on my mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. They're about 5.5. So I'm going to come in 1, 2.5 on them. And I'm going to tear them. If they're not completely 2.5, I'm not going to be upset. I'm just trying to make them as close to even as I can, if that makes sense. One, two. I'm just like, this one's going to be actually, you know what I'm going to do just to speed things up? I'm going to do it at 3. Okay, and I'm going to do this for each page. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to go rip the other 2, and I will be back in a jiffy. Now that you have them all torn up, you still leave them face down, and you mix them all up. Okay, mix them. Like you're mixing a deck of cards. Leave them face down and just do it up. Now, you can ink the back, like around the white if you want. I'm not going to, because I am not going to use them in a journal for a journal page. I'm going to be using them as journaling cards and tags. So I'm going to leave the back white. The most important part gluing these back together is you have to make sure they're the size of a page. So in order to keep that in mind while I'm gluing, and if this is if you're going to do this for the first time too, I'm going to show you a little trick. I'm going to grab me some washi, right? First, I'm not going to throw my flowers out at you because we don't need no flowers thrown around. And I'm going to count on my mat. I'm going to start here so that I'm in frame, right? And I need my thing to be 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put my finger here with my washi. So that's 8.5. So my page can't be no longer, and you can't see that. So we need to go up to here so you can see up here. I just have to make sure that you can see what I'm doing, that's all. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. So my page can't be no longer than this, right? And it has to be 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can you still see that? No. So we're gonna, if I go over here, like so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, you still can see me here. I'm just making it so that everybody can still see, like, the page. Oop. The page in a sense, you know what I mean? Because this is important. This is the important stuff. Like getting the page back to the size that it's supposed to be. And the washi tape comes back off your desk when you're done anyways. So that's when we build the page back, it has to fit within these pieces of washi, okay? So when I go, I'm going to put my first piece here, right? So then I'm just going to grab another piece, and it's okay. It's okay if it overlaps. It's definitely okay. So I'm just going to take my art glitter glue, and I'm just going to go like this. Put some art glitter glue like right here. And I'm going to take this piece, and I'm going to go like this. I'm using my mat as my guide, okay? And my hand does not want to cooperate today, but really, you're gonna be like that. This is how we're gonna be today. We just want to glue the paper together. That's all we want to do. Okay, and then you just keep taking your paper from your pile, bring it down, and glue it. Like you put some glue here, like this, and you glue here, like so. And you glue it down. That's it. That's all you do. And then when you get here, it'll fit because we did it the way that we did it, so it'll fit. And then you just glue across here like this. And so we have our 8.5, right? And we can turn our pieces. If we want to turn our pieces, we can turn our pieces. So I'm just going to put glue right here, like so. Even if our piece doesn't completely fit that, that's fine, because our next piece will come in and it'll go here, it'll go here, and it'll go here. Just pick it up, put it down. And then we'll take our next piece and we can go up here and it'll go here, this, and like this. I think this is a super fun way to make masterboards myself, because it takes the mystery out of what's going where, what's going, you know. That's just my opinion. But if you like doing masterboards the other way, do masterboards the other way. I was just showing you a different way to make masterboards, that's all. And it was collage, so it does double duty. You know, double duty. Oops, wasn't supposed to show you that. Got a sneaky peek. I didn't see it. You seen it. Sorry. I'll see it when I edit. I made this, I think, one time not too long ago on a live, and someone asked me if I would make it as a video. So when this prompt came up, I was like, yeah, I'll make it on a video so that you can go back and watch it. Not a problem. And then when I made on a live, I inked the back and all of that because I was using it as a signature piece in a journal. Like, you can use them as signature pieces. You don't have to cut them up. I'm just choosing to cut this particular one up as for journaling cards, that's all. That's why I'm doing it this way. Now stay in the lines. Stay in the lines, please. I would have greatly appreciated if you would stay in the lines. That would be great. I can't glue straight, but if you stay in the lines, I would love it. I would love it. When you flip it over, you may have to go in and glue some spots, but even if you have to go in and glue some spots, it's still going to make a nice piece of art. Definitely will. And you could do this with scraps too. Like, you don't have to use 3 pieces of paper like I did. If you have scraps laying on your desk, grab some scraps. Use some scraps. Tear up some scraps. Tear them up. Make a mess. Have fun. Yeah. while I'm sitting here making a piece of paper for a collage for a project that I'm making for Rach and Bella, I guess it would be a fine time to tell you that Rach and Bella is doing a nice, fun collab that will be starting on June 1st. Yay! A collab with Rach and Bella. And yours truly is participating in that collab, so you will see a collab video popping up here shortly. So make sure that if you're hanging out with me and you like what you're seeing, that you hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss a notification from me, because if you don't hit that notification bell, you will not know when I put up a new video, and then you'll miss out on all the fun that's happening when I go live and all the new videos that I put up, and then you'll be upset that you missed my collab video and you won't know what's going on. So yes, please make sure, if you want to hang out with me on a regular, that you hit that notification bell so you never miss what's going on. One last piece, and then we can flip it over and see what we created. Yes, you will have leftover pieces. That is okay. That is okay. And we created that gem. Isn't that cool? Some pieces are the same, some pieces are in the exact same spot, but that is okay. Why is that okay? Because we're going to cut it up. So we're not going to know, like, we're not going to be able to tell, like, everything that's in the same spot. But if you want to, you can go like this and see if any glue has to be added anywhere. Like, I need to put some glue right here. So we'll get some glue in there, like that. And then we'll come over here and we'll add some glue right here, because we're going to need some glue there. Then I'm going to go right here and grab some, there's some glue that needs to be put there, like that. And let's make sure there's no other places that need glue. I'm not seeing any that needs some glue. Okay, so see, now we have our 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And then you're like, well, Tara, what do you do with that? Well, this is what we're going to do with it. I am going to put my pin in my glue, and then I am going to go for just 1 minute, and I'm going to find me some washi, and I'm going to find me a few other things, and then I will be right back. Alrighty, so I grabbed some washi that we're going to use. So we're just going to turn this like this for the time being, because we're going to put some washi down. And when people say mixed media, what is mixed media to you? Okay, everybody has different versions of mixed media. And when I go talking about this, I don't want the old, you know, junk journaling police out there coming after me, because at the end of the day, it's crafting, it's paper, it's glue, and all I want when I do these videos is for people to have fun, enjoy themselves, and craft. What you think is mixed media, that's you. What I think is mixed media is me. So if I think taking a piece of paper, sticking washi tape on it, and sticking a few other things on it is mixed media, then let me think that it's mixed media. I don't need you coming out and telling me that I am wrong, because I do know what mixed media is. I do know how to jelly plate. I do know how to put texture paste down. I do know how to use stamps. I'm just making this fun, easy, and relatable to everybody, because not everybody likes to use the wet mediums. Not everybody likes to use embossing powder. Not everybody likes to use glitter. So that is why when I decided to do this like this, I wanted to make it so that everybody could relate. So by me saying it's mixed media and I'm just putting on, you know, washi and, you know, maybe a few stamps here and there or whatever, let me do me. Because at the end of the day, I'm happy. You should be happy too. Why? Because I'm in my space and I'm crafting. So just let me be me and be kind. That's all I'm asking. Because in today's world, there's way too much angry. Way too much angry out there. And I know somebody's going to come at me and yell at me and tell me that I'm misrepresenting whatever I'm doing. Well then, you know where I'm going to tell you, right? I'm going to be nice right now. But I'm not going to be nice if you come yelling at me. Alright, so I got that off my desk. And then I found these little birdie birds here. I think I have to cut them out. I do think I have to cut them out. Yeah, because it's all one piece. But it's okay, because I think these birdie birds will look pretty cool on here. So we're just going to go here, like this. And this is how I'm going to cut my birdie birds out. Because you're not going to want to sit here and watch me fussy cut all these birds. And I might even put those pieces on there too, because I kind of like them. So I'm just going to put those over there in case I decide to use them. But at this point, I just want my birds. So those are leaves. So we'll just put this like those over there. Put this here. That up there. Slide that out of the way. And then I'm just gonna kind of like quickly cut around this a little bit because I don't want the white part too much on this paper. If I can help it. Because I want to scatter some birdies around. Yeah. I do. Scatter some birdies. Because, you know, they want a home. They want a place to live, so I'm going to give them a place to live. Why not use your washi up that's been sitting around since the dawn of time, when everybody had to have washi in their stash and you don't use it. I'm guilty of that. I have 3 washi containers and hardly ever use my washi. Yep. I sure am guilty of that. Alright, let me quickly cut around these washis and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the washi on there that I want on there. Now, did you know that when you do fussy cuts, like, okay, I do have fussy cuts here from this collection. I'm looking for ones that I can use. Okay, so I did put some washi down, right? But you can also put these on here. Like, you know, even though there's stuff on here, you can still layer these types of things on here. I'm looking for some, I like that one on there. Let's see. What else? What else we could put on there? I don't want to cover the birds. That's the thing. Alright, so if I put that one right there, that one does not cover the birds. And then you know what that does when I do that. And then I'm going to put this one on because I can put it down there. Like that, okay? So by using some of the fussy cuts from the collection also, it allows me to put ink in here. To put some ink. Because there's no ink on here yet. And I like ink to ink stuff. So I'm going to use some gathered twigs oxide. And I'm going to take and put some on here. Like this. so that it has some ink on the reverse masterboard, right? We're not going to cover the bird, but it's okay if we cover some of the word washi. That is fine. We don't want to cover the bird. That is the most important part, because we have a bird down here. We don't want to cover that. So that is what we're trying not to cover. But it's okay if we cover something else. I'm just quickly going around this little flowerette thing, because we're going to put that down here, and then we're going to put this up here. And it breaks up some of the stuff that's going on, because it does look a little busy, but it won't look that busy once we start cutting it up. Because I want to show you how I'm going to cut it up so that you can see me cut it up. Alright, so let me glue these pieces down. My question is, let me see what it will look like with a little bit of book page. No book page. I was going to put book page, but the book page doesn't look right behind it. So we're going to glue these down, lickety split, banana split, so they get put down like so. And this needs a little bit of glue here. See how it's coming up? That's because there's washi underneath there, but that's okay. It still glues down. I'm going to put this one up here. Masterboards to me is just a bunch of layers. That's how I see them. And this reverse masterboard is really fun because you don't see the bottom layers, and then you just build upon it. Let me know in the comments after you watch this video if you tried it, because I'd like to know if you tried to make one yourself. I really would. I'm not going to go through and do all like the holes and all that for the tags, but I'm just going to show you how I'm going to cut it up. So then we have that gem of a reverse masterboard, right? So then I am going to take it, I'm going to flip it over again. I'm going to take my ruler like so. This is my Tim Holtz ruler, and I'm going to find where 3 inches is with my pen. 3 inches right there, right there, and right there. I'm going to line up on my mat with my ruler like so. And then I'm going to draw a line. Line up on my mat again. My mat is very handy, even though sometimes I can't draw a straight line to save my life. But I pretend. And then I go like so. There we go, right? And then I will take my big scissors and I will go like this. And I will cut. You can use your cutting board, your tools. I would be using mine too, but I would cause a crafty-lanch. And at this moment, I don't feel like cleaning up a crafty-lanch, so I'm using my scissors. And praying that they are somewhat straight. Because, you know, sometimes I can't cut straight. Okay, we have that. So then, we cut it like that. We bring our ruler over here again. And I'm going to cut them 4 because of the fact that I am doing a mini lap book and I want them in my mini lap book. So I'm just going to cut them by 4. That's it. So that I can get them in my mini lap book. Those ones are ready. And then this one I'm just gonna go 3.5. There we go. Then I'm just going to take it and I'm going to snip and snip. And then we're going to snip and snip. And then we're going to do it again. And then I have journaling cards, tags, whatever I need to put into my mini lap book, making a reverse masterboard. So, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please make sure that you like and subscribe. And most importantly, make sure that you keep an eye out, because starting June 1st of 2026, Rach Bella Crafts is having a collab. And there's many collaborators involved in this collab, including myself. So just keep your eyes out for that. And as always, be kind and have a fantastic day. Bye.